those instances of self-doubt and external challenges. Policing is a profession that will push you beyond your limits. It was in those moments that I had to dig deep and remind myself of why I chose to serve. So that the passion with which you started this journey into policing will be needed to fortify you during those instances of self-doubt and external challenges. It was in those moments that I had to dig deep and remind myself of why I chose to serve. So that the passion with which you started this journey into policing will be needed to fortify you during those instances of self-doubt and external challenges. Policing is a profession that will push you beyond your limits. It was in those moments that I had to dig deep and remind myself of why I chose to serve. So that the passion with which you started this journey into policing will be needed to fortify you during those instances of self-doubt and external challenges. Policing is a profession that will push you beyond your limits. It was in those moments that I had to dig deep and remind myself of why I chose to serve. So that the passion with which you started this journey into policing will be needed to fortify you during those instances of self-doubt and external challenges. Policing is a profession that will push you beyond your limits. It was in those moments that I had to dig deep and remind myself of why I chose to serve. So that the passion with which you started this journey into policing will be needed to fortify you during those instances of self-doubt and external challenges. Policing is a profession that will push you beyond your limits. It was in those moments that I had to dig deep and remind myself of why I chose to serve. So that the passion with which you started this journey into policing will be needed to fortify you during those instances of self-doubt and external challenges. Policing is a profession that will push you beyond your limits. It was in those moments that I had to dig deep and remind
And it must be very good first.
Right, in order for
No.
Wrong call.
Oh.
I check. 1, 2. I check. 1, 2. I check. 1, 2. I check. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I check. 1, 2. I check. 1, 2. As we settle down, like everything else that we do in the JSON, we invite the presence of God and the chaplaincy is here. Our chaplain himself, Dr. Gary Woodou Fletcher. I invite him to bless us with God's grace.
Ladies and gentlemen, just take a posture. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a posture of reverence as we pray. Eternal Father, we thank you for this opportunity, for these three representative bodies of the JCF, to clarify on our own terms what the situation is concerning our members moving forward. We ask for your blessings upon this occasion, and for the media representatives as well, that as we interact, we ask questions and explanations are given, that at the end of this session, all the persons who engage will leave here better informed, better empowered.
Chairman of the Police Officer Association, Senior Superintendent William Campbell, and Secretary Treasurer, Senior Superintendent Marjorie Jones Williams. I want to also welcome the Chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Ron James, and his General Secretary as well, and the Chairman, the President of the District Constables Association, and his General Secretary seated at their table. Like everything else in our service, compensation is important. It is important as much as our patriotism. It is important as much as we put ourselves on the line every day and we take on the risk that so many people would not have taken. The joined the Jamaica Constabulary Force to stand on the front lines, paying the ultimate sacrifice daily, not just through family, but through giving of our lives. The associations, the federation, the District Constable Association is put together strategically to take care of people on the front line. It is critical that in taking care of them, we understand all the formulas that are required to ensure that compensation is rightly placed, that equity is there, and that in a single day, that they can afford to live in their own economics and at the same time give value of the service to the people of Jamaica. Today we come to clarify the question of the compensation review and where we are as representative group within that formula. We look at what we have done before, leading up to over 6 years, waiting on this compensation review to be completed. And sitting with us today is our chairman. At this time, I choose to invite Chairman of the Police Officer Association, Senior Superintendent Rick Cameron, as he comes to update you on where we are in this what is now a contentious compensation.
Pleasant afternoon, officers who are here present, and to officers who are on the social media platform. The wider Jamaica Constabulary Force, including our district constables. I also want to express my sincere thanks to the media outlets who are present at this time. We appreciate their efforts because we believe that this joint press is really necessary at this time. And so it's really a preamble of why we're here. We need to create some clarity as to a number of issues that are being put out there. But 2 days ago, in particular, you would have heard the Minister of Finance make some pronouncements, some comments about the amount of funds that he has to pay police officers. 600 million for the Police Officers Association, 12 billion for the rank and file members, and $1 billion for the United District Constables. And those were said in very glowing terms. Have created significant impacts out there in the minds of our police officers at every level. It has also impacted the minds of members of the public who have been speaking to us since those comments have been made by the minister. Officers who called, who have spoken with me, some have already formed the view that we are rejecting the compensation review. We want to make it categorically clear that the Police Officers Association, with its joint membership, the Jamaica Police Federation and the District Constables, have not at one moment indicated that we are rejecting the compensation review. We have not indicated that we are rejecting any money either. And so, this press conference is needed so we can clear the air. Persons have formed the view that the money is difficulties in those proposals, much of which have not been addressed, meeting after meeting. It is very important that we tell you what is going on with this compensation review process at this time. So I'm going to ask Chairman Corporal James to come to the podium
and to say his piece in respect to some of the meetings that they have been having. We have been having joint meetings and we have had meetings separately. It is necessary to have both. And I also want to say that there's absolutely no disunity between the police association and any of them.
The media. Let me also acknowledge my counterparts in representation. I also want to acknowledge the hard work men and women of the Constables force, as well as those in viewership and all those in the diaspora. It is important to note that we have engaged the government in a watershed moment in a compensation review, and I would dare say, which we have no hesitation or reluctance to embrace. Change is always relevant, and in this era, we underscore that some of our laws are lived, and there is a need for us to move to a new thrust in order to empower ourselves, both economically and otherwise. So, having engaged the Ministry of Finance in this compensation review on the 4th of October 2022, I want to make it abundantly clear that this is not a one-year process. It is a process that we facilitated, and it is a 6-year process that has been embarked upon by the Ministry of Finance. Suffice it to say that some of the impediments that we have faced, which affords us not the capacity to ensure that our membership are brought up to speed with the full truth, we have not rejected any aspect of compensation, because that is not within the remit of the executive body, and we have not rejected the compensation review. We simply demand the information in totality from the government of Jamaica and the Ministry of Finance and the Minister of Finance, so that we can articulate holistically to our membership what it redounds. The Minister of Finance has indicated to the country on various platforms, to include the Parliament, that he's seeking to approve the laws and bylaws that entrench the good faith principles in industrial relations practices. And we are very careful to ensure that we do not move from a position of certainty, where the laws have protected us as workers of this country, to a position of uncertainty. And consequently, it is important for us to seek to iron out the issues that remains as anomalies and continues to affect the processes for which we believe the fundamental issues arise, impacts, which is the well-being and social protection of our membership, which we do not intend to compromise. The government of Jamaica, through the Minister of Finance, who leads, continues to withhold information that is critical to the go forward, and which would have enabled us to bring about a conclusion to the 6 years position, knowing that the contractual period covers 3 years, and for which we believe that we have made the ultimate sacrifice as representatives and as servants of the people. And we believe that wholeheartedly the government should, in fact, compensate us for service to the people of Jamaica. And we should be enjoying a social protection and our values. I want to also make it abundantly clear that at all material times we seek to reduce the position of not only the membership, of the respective bargaining units to the minister, but we seek to do so in a timely manner. It is the Nicodemus approach that when it is that we determine that we will take the issues relevant to the membership that impedes our communication to them, that the Ministry of Finance seeks to send these communiques in the wee hours of the night. But we are not daunted by that Willie Lynch approach. We determine that we can and will, with the utmost of respect, engage in this process in the interest of the membership and the people of Jamaica. And that is always the same. The only interest that we have is the police pay package. And to get the decent compensation for the membership from a position of uncertainty, we cannot move to a position of uncertainty. And we will continue to provide the answers for which you may be seeking and to clarify any misconception that is in the public's domain, because we do not intend to mislead the people of Jamaica and by extension our membership. At this juncture, I will leave to Mr. Damon Price.
So, we of this present members of the Maintenance Force and Responsibilities. Your executive, taking time out here to inform you as to some which you will do. It's not necessary, but it's needed last one. The district council of Jamaica has evolved over the years. The district council is always seen among any section of the Jamaica Constables. The district council staff is always described as loyal. Today, based on the offer from the Ministry of Police, we believe we deserve it. And we are here to create or to inform you that we are not reaching to your $1 billion, but that we believe in your welfare. And if we will carefully examine when we sign
2022. That was our first meeting to POA group, interfacing with the minister and the technocrats at the Ministry of Finance. That meeting was subsequently on top of a very broad meeting with the unions a little earlier in that year of 2022. And we specifically take note of the core guiding principles that the minister has outlined: fair and equitable. That it should be recognizable and reward performance. And the poor, that it should be sustainable and affordable. And he has repeated these, and it is our intent to hold him to these principles. And so we met on 6 occasions since that date of May 26 last year. And a proposal was made to us somewhere about the 4th of October 2022. One that we perused, we looked at it, and we saw a number of difficulties with the proposal. I will tell you about some of them in the short run. One of the challenges we have with the proposal at the time was that the points presented to us on the scale, at the top of the scale, it's a 9-point scale. I'm going to explain that a little bit more. The same dollar figure at the top of the scale, for instance, superintendent, was the same dollar figure at the starting point of the scale, the senior superintendent. Senior superintendent, the superintendent can never be paid at the same level. At no time at all should those points touch. So, here we are. We highlight these challenges, and the federated members have seen the challenges with their proposal. What we currently enjoy as an officer corps, the Police Officer Association, we bargain for our membership from assistant superintendent up to the rank of deputy commissioner. What we currently enjoy is a 6-point salary scale. This 6-point scale has an incremental differential of 3.5%. What it means that every year the officer gets another increment amounting to 3.5% base. And then we also have a differential between ranks. So for instance, the deputy superintendent is paid at a 9% level above the assistant superintendent currently. The superintendent is paid at a 12 percentage point above the deputy superintendent.